After Lil Durk was reportedly attacked in jail, all eyes turned to Quando Rondo, who was quickly questioned about the situation. Instead of denying involvement outright, Rondo made cryptic remarks that left people wondering. He essentially said that Durk got what he deserved without explicitly admitting he had anything to do with the attack. Now, the internet is on fire with speculation, and while all fingers point at Rondo, there's still no solid proof that he orchestrated the incident. This situation is getting messy, so let's break it all down. First, let's talk about what happened to Lil Durk. Reports surfaced that the Chicago rapper was involved in a violent altercation behind bars, with sources claiming he was jumped by multiple individuals. The details are still murky, but from what is leaked out, it wasn't just a random fight. It looked targeted. Given Durk's history in the streets and the rap industry, it didn't take long before people started connecting the dots. And one name that kept coming up? Quando Rondo. Now, let's rewind and remember the history between these two. This isn't just rap beef, this is real street tension. The animosity between Lil Durk's OTF camp and Quando Rondo's crew has been well documented, especially after the tragic death of King Von in 2020. Von's passing sent shockwaves through the industry, and despite all the public back and forth, the underlying tension never went away. Rondo and his team have always been seen as direct ops to Durk and OTF. So when Durk got attacked in jail, people immediately started looking at Rondo. When Rondo was asked about the situation, his response only added fuel to the fire. He didn't outright say, "Yeah, I sent people after him," but his words carried weight. He made it clear that in his eyes, Durk had this coming. He spoke in a way that let people read between the lines without giving a direct confession. It was a classic move, saying enough to stir the pot, but not enough to legally incriminate himself. The thing about Quando Rondo is that he's been playing this game for a while. He knows how to move in a way that keeps him from getting caught up. This situation is no different. By speaking in riddles, he keeps the energy around the situation while maintaining plausible deniability. People who already believe he's responsible see his words as confirmation. Meanwhile, those who need actual evidence are left with nothing but speculation. But let's be real. Does Quando Rondo actually have the power to orchestrate something like this from the outside? Jail politics are different from street politics, and not just anybody can reach inside and set something up like that. Sure, Rondo has connections, and we all know there are ways to get things done even when someone isn't physically present. But at the same time, this attack on Durk could have been personal, gang-related, or even just some random prison conflict that had nothing to do with Rondo at all. And that's the biggest problem with this whole situation. There's no proof linking Rondo to the attack. The internet runs with narratives, and once a story catches fire, it's hard to put it out. People want to believe that Rondo had a hand in this because it fits the ongoing story between him and Durk. It adds another chapter to their already intense history. But at the end of the day, without hard evidence, it's just a theory. Now, let's talk about what this means for Durk moving forward. If he was really targeted in jail, that means someone wanted to send a message. And in the streets, messages like this don't just go unanswered. Durk has built his entire career off of real-life pain and street credibility. He's not the type to take a hit like this and let it slide. If he truly believes Quando Rondo was involved, this could escalate things in a major way. But here's the thing, jail isn't the same as the outside world. It's a different battlefield with different rules. Retaliation inside is more dangerous, more unpredictable. And if Durk is focused on getting out and staying free, he has to be careful about how he moves. The last thing he needs is more legal trouble on top of everything else. But at the same time, the pressure is on him. His name, his legacy, and his street reputation are all on the line. The world is watching to see how he responds. Meanwhile, Quando Rondo is out here adding to the speculation with his cryptic responses. He's letting the world assume what they want while keeping himself out of direct trouble. That's a dangerous game to play because if Durk or his camp decides that words aren't enough and they need real action, things could get ugly fast. The streets don't forget, and history has shown that beefs like this don't just disappear. At the end of the day, the truth about who attacked Lil Durk in jail is still up in the air. Quando Rondo might be the most obvious suspect, but without concrete proof, it's just speculation. What we do know is that the tension between these two isn't going anywhere. This latest situation has only made things worse. And now, everyone is waiting to see what happens next. One thing is for sure, this story isn't over yet.